So one of my earliest and kind of most impactful memories of USO was as a volunteer up at Great Lakes Naval Base on Thanksgiving morning, where we served over 600 meals to military members and their families. And really sort of seeing how important that contact was and that support was to those families reminded me of my own family. My mother's father was a naval officer. She, as a child, moved from Chicago to northern Michigan to Oklahoma, and then back to Chicago when he deployed in World War II. Shortly after his deployment, my uncle was born. Didn't have an opportunity to meet his father until he was almost 2. And spending that time with those military families, really made me understand how important it is to give that assistance if you can. Yeah, I mean, when I look at our deployed service people locally or overseas for that matter, and think about what all of us are going through right now with COVID, they're more impacted by that than we are. Issues like food insecurity, unemployment, the challenges of childcare, kids not in school, right? Well, think about how much more difficult that is for the service member or their spouse who's at home doing that by themselves. The spouses of our service people tend to be more vulnerable to things like unemployment, right? Layering onto the difficulties that we're all facing, they have unique challenges. Moreover, we need to remember that these people are our neighbors, right? These are people that are stepping up and to serve us, right? Under very challenging circumstances. Actually, I think one of the most important things USO is doing right now is more transition-related work, right? We have the benefit of being in front of the service member from the day they arrive at Great Lakes Naval Base as a recruit to the day they leave to begin their civilian life. USO has, over the past few years, built out these programs for transition, almost acting as a clearinghouse for best practices and organizations and resources for those service members. Well, this is a particularly challenging economy we're facing right now, right? So as these service members are making the transition from active duty to reserve duty in their civilian life, it's more important than ever that they have access to those resources and have timely access to them so that they can begin to, as they make their transition, begin to sort of relieve some of the pressure that otherwise their families are facing. I think for USO, when I look at the next chapter, throughout this pandemic, for all organizations, this has been a series of crises and opportunities, right? USO has shown that we can adapt quickly, that we can rise to the challenges of meeting the needs of our service member in unique, new, and creative ways, right? And each of those responses creates opportunities. So as we turn the page on our national crisis right now, this pandemic, I think we'll take with us some of those lessons learned and be able to further expand our programs and services by using the same strategies that we used through this crisis. I want to give a special thank you to our outstanding board of directors here in Illinois, our more than 700 volunteers that generously give over 50,000 service hours every year. Without the service and dedication of these two groups, what we do wouldn't be possible.